Well, welcome to Engaged Citizens of Columbia County. I'm your host, Sherry Ryan. I am going to be covering the events and different news that has been happening here in Columbia County of the last week, and then also point you towards the events that are coming up in the coming week. So stay tuned. We're going to talk about some, engaged citizens, things that are going on. What is an engaged citizen? An engaged citizen is someone who, presents and goes over the facts, the truth, looks for a nonpartisanship view of things that are going on around us civically, and that we take the emotion out of the things that are going on around us and we look for solution. We come at a concern or an issue that's going on and we come at it non-biased with no agenda, looking for a solution. I, really think of today as, the Remembrance Day of MLK Jr. and how he wanted things to change for his people, for his, family and for his people. And he went about it in a way that was peaceful, nonviolent, and he saw change. They created change. And so I just want to, really encourage our citizens in Columbia County to take that approach, not insulting others, but looking for a way to find solution and come to the middle ground. So the things that have been happening in the last week, the second week of each month is not very full of city council meetings or school board meetings or such. Most are in the first week or third week. And so last week, though, my inbox, you guys, was full of crimes that are going on in our community. And I'm talking about burglarization, car theft, break-ins, break-in attempts, etc. And I posted, as you could see last night, one that had all the details. If you send me these, different stories, I can post them out. Give me the details, give me pictures, give me a video, give me the names of streets, and we can post that out and, bring attention to that. Okay. So keep those coming and let's cover some of the crimes that are going on in our communities and let's bring resolution to those. That brings me next to the 24/7 police coverage. So is your town, operating in a 24/7 police coverage, state? So I know that where I live, and it is not 24/7 police coverage. I would encourage you to reach out to your police chief or your mayor and then ask them that. Ask them, what that looks like in your town, in your city and community. What is really cool is in Scappoose, I have, created a connection with our police chief, Stephen Lugal, and, asking him things. He's very responsive. He gives me answers back from my inquiries, you guys. And I would encourage you to reach out to your police chiefs. Another way you can do that is you can go to the city council meetings. The city council meetings has all the key players in the city, in the town, to address these concerns that you might have. There is the mayor, there's the city council members who were voted in. The mayor voted in also. There is the city administrators, the city managers. You have the city council, which is a lawyer, and the city planners. They all attend these city council meetings. So when you make a public comment, they're going to be able to hear those things, reach out to those people, make connections, talk to them. They want to have engaged citizens just as much as we want to be an engaged citizen, right? They want solution. They want their town and their city and their county and state to be the best it can be. And so it requires a reciprocal relationship, though, by you attending these meetings and speaking up and talking and bringing solution to the things that you're seeing. This last few weeks, we have our newly elected representatives taking office. They've all been sworn in, taking their oaths. And, what is really cool is, these people that we voted in as our representatives, they are our voice in our town, in our school, in our city, in our state. And so, like, we just voted in Representative Brian Stout in our district to go to Salem and represent us. We voted in Suzanne Weber to go into Salem and represent us and our voice. Reach out to them. I encourage you with your concerns and different things that you might want to bring attention to, good or bad. And reach out to these individuals. That's what they're here for. That's what they wanted to be voted in to do. They wanted to make a difference and they want to hear from you, though. So just encourage that reciprocal relationship. Um, and I think of, and I've shared this with our, different members of how I went to a town hall for Tina Kotek during the campaign for governor. And I remember asking her, there was a town hall and I stood up and I had already met her, but I stood up to ask her the same question I asked her in private. And I said, how are you, Tina, if you're elected in as the governor, how are you going to reach across party lines? How are you going to work with people that don't necessarily agree with you? And how are you going to work with them? And I was recording this and she actually stopped me from recording, but I would love to have shared that. But I'm sharing it now is that she said, you know what? I want to listen to people. I will put that out. She says, I want to listen to people and I want to engage with others and just hear what people have to say. You know what? We got to hold our representatives responsible to that and accountable to that. She wants to listen. We need to speak so that she can hear us and that we can work together and find solution, right? Um, this last week was the second day of an evidentiary hearing. And thank you to one of my members, followers who corrected just me on some of that legal jargon. Is there was the second day of an evidentiary hearing for a SAPO, which is a sexual assault abuse protective order that was filed against him. And so because he requested that it be dismissed, there is then an evidentiary hearing. The last day that they held this, they chose to extend it to another court date. And that will be at the end of March. March 29th is the next evidentiary hearing date in the court. So schools, you guys, every month there's school board meetings. I've attended many in my day, but you know what? I've never attended the Oregon Department of Education school board meeting. And so this week coming up, that is on the docket for the Oregon Department of Education School Board. I'm going to attend that via Zoom. I'll share the details. And this is the governing entity that governs our schools. So when our schools are, saying that there's different, policies, there's different mandates, there's different things that they are following, it is because they have been issued from the Oregon Department of Education. So if you have any concerns or things that you would like to speak with them about, come to this meeting. You can, file just like you do for every other city council and school board meeting and planning commission. We need to speak publicly for public comment. So I will be including those details, and that's coming up this week. I just want to, say that engaged citizens, you guys, we need to be engaged if we want to make a difference in our community. And so I would encourage everyone to do that. Let's put a stop to the complaining. Let's put a stop to, the bickering of how things are going in our state or how we want them to go. And let's start doing something. Doing something is being engaged. It is going to meetings. It's finding out what is going on. It is learning the key players. Who are the decision makers? Who are the people that we need to, go to and speak with and give our solution to, so that that can be carried to where it needs to be to make that change, to make the difference. So this is my first, weekly update. It's kind of short and sweet, but I really am aiming to do this once a week. Usually will be a Monday, and I want to give a weekly update of what has happened in the last week and what is coming up in the next week. So stay tuned. I'm so excited to be using this platform because I did a poll this last week in the Facebook page for Engaged Citizens of Columbia County, and the poll showed the majority of people, access their news by local news stations. That is where they get their news. That was the number one response. And we do not currently have a local news station. We have a Portland owned, we have Portland centered news stations that do, news in Portland is mostly what it covers, and Oregon. And then if there's, I'm just gonna be real here, if there's anything crazy as far as murders or horrible things going on, then the Portland stations cover that and they come out here. I am looking to do something. I'm just looking to create a platform, create a space where we can share local news here on a different platform. So welcome, and I'm so excited to have shared with you the first weekly update, and I look forward to many more. I'm going to post my email if you would like to reach out to me via email. I'm on Telegram, I'm on the Messenger for Facebook. You can reach me many, many ways, and I would love to hear your stories. I would love to follow the different events that are going on in our county and follow those and bring amplification to those, and then to encourage that engagement in our communities. I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Bye bye.